Never the Spirit was born. The Spirit shall cease to be never. Never was a time it was not. Birthless and deathless, the Spirit remains forever. Death has not touched it. Dead though its house seems nigh, but as one layeth off a worn-out cloth, saying this, taking another, saying this shall I wear today, so puts on lightly the Spirit its garment of flesh, and passes on to inherit the residence afresh. Anita Mong, Nobati Mao, Owini Dolo, Salimu Saleh, Mohois Kanerugaba, the Spirit of Olanya and his father are not dead. Museveni, the Spirit of Kaira is not dead. The Spirit of Kamyankwanga is not dead. The Spirit of Musaz, it's not dead. The Spirit of Janani Rumo is not dead. The Spirit of Cyprian Kizito Lwanga, Kazimba Mugalu, it is not dead. The Spirit, sorry about that network breach. All of you people who have done whatever you've done to claim the lives of others, in your pursuit of those materialism, we tell you that the spirits are in our midst. We see them, we feel them, we hear what they tell us to do. And Museveni, if he is truthful, he will tell the world what he is enduring right now. Till I said to you, Mr. Museveni, in your ICT bed, in your intensive care unit, ICU bed, Mr. Museveni, Kaira, he is saying, why did you kill me? And in fact, Uganda Catholic Church, we demand some clarity as into who ordered the incineration of the Uganda matters. Because credible intelligence indicates that Sekabaka Mwanga, alongside Uganda matters, are tormenting Museveni in his rotten flesh still. They are asking him, why have you done this to our people? What did they do to you, Mr. Museveni, on your IC bed? Mr. Museveni, fellow Ugandans, we were duped. If Mwanga ordered the incineration of Uganda matters, they wouldn't be together in unison to rescue the people of the Republic of Uganda from a murderous, demonic soul of Mr. Museveni. Brothers and sisters, let us raise our flag up, because it awakens that which Museveni thought he had buried. Brothers and sisters, the God willed it. All the Godis willed it by the grace of the living Son of God Almighty, Jesus Christ. His Excellency delivered the message yesterday to the people of East Africa. And on that note, I will send a message to Suluhu, kama alivyosema ule msanii, that neno la Mungu ni kali kuliko kisu. Tunakwambia muachilie Lissu kwa jina la Yesu. Tafadhali Samia Suluhu Hassan, muachilie Lissu kwa jina la Yesu. Neno la Mungu ni kali kuliko kisu. Usijidanganye, owezi kutangulia kuliko nguvu za binadamu wewe. A good afternoon to you, dear brothers and sisters on the African continent. Bob the Mechanic right at your screen on this third day. Yes, on this second day of April, year 2026, we give thanks and praise for His loving kindness, God Almighty, the one who grants us the breath of life, the one who regulates the wind, the way it blows. Brothers and sisters, the one who gives us knowledge to stand firm on the ground and look into the eyes of Salim Saleh, into the eyes of Moise Kainerugaba, into the eyes of Nobati Mau, into the eyes of Odongoto, into the eyes of Charles Peter Maiga, and tell them, stop killing Ugandans. Stop acting as a colonial tool. He started in his song, "We hate the xenophobia." Why do we accept divide and rule? And why are we acting as colonial tool? Uganda, it is ours to inherit. So it doesn't need anybody to create a trench or a ditch of divisionarism. Charles Peter Maiga, we see you. We see you exactly. Brothers and sisters, fellow combatants in anti-Museveniism, this is the time to reclaim that which we willed for when we took to the polls and voted in the favor of Kyagulanyi Ssentamu and his entire led administration. It is known to us that National Unity Platform won more than 400 parliamentary seats. But Museveni, according to his decree and his directive, ordered Byabakama to announce only 50 parliamentarians. And those 50, Museveni have already compromised 35 of them. Thus, fellow Ugandans, in that which you willed for, in the message you wanted to send into the legislature of Uganda, Museveni denied it. Museveni denied it. He used Justice Byabakama Mugenyi Simon and stole the victory of Ugandans. Thus, this phase of demanding our victory, it is so important to indulge in. Do not leave anybody to do that which you would have done. Let us do it collectively such that we can curb the injury we are likely to incur when we go in portions or in fractions. So brothers and sisters, we are demanding our victory on this day. Brothers and sisters, the work that Joel Senyonyi does in the parliament, it serves to expose that which was still in the minds of the intellect, that perhaps if the National Rwandese movement could reform and refrain from abducting the citizens of Uganda, from abducting the citizens of Uganda, from misappropriating taxpayers' money. Joel Senyonyi, he has done his part. He has shown you, learned people, that together we can accomplish a lot, as opposed to press that burden on the shoulders of National Unity Platform alone. Brothers and sisters, it is unacceptable that we must choose silence. No, that is the gravest betrayal one could render to his motherland. If indeed we love Uganda, let us stand solid on the ground. Let us face Salim Saleh. He is the man who is more evil than Museveni himself. Museveni, who is almost 75% dead. Janet Museveni, Mama Assassin, died 3 days ago. All of these people, God is showing us that never lose hope when you are still breathing. I am the one who formed you from the dust of the ground. I am the one who is responsible from your formless soul. I am the one who owns the spirit that causes you to love and live and have your being on the earth. So, why should you be afraid of a mere mortal like Museveni, like Salim Saleh, whose physical embodiment perishes? Museveni, while still breathing on oxygen, he is rotting. His flesh is rotting. Salim Saleh, your lungs are rotting. But you are not contented. Nor have you tried to discern that which God have for you in store. Oh, Salimu Saleh, kyana kya malaya, tosobola tuyitako. Tosobola tuyitako. Salimu Saleh, tosobola tuyitako. Kyetwagala ekintu kimu, twagala nnyaffe Uganda. Salimu Saleh, ozadde abaana balina okukulira mu nnyaffe Uganda. Naye gy'okoma otunyigiriza Salimu Saleh, tosobola kuŋŋamba nti oyinza okukweka omusaayi gwo myaka na myaka. Salimu Saleh, kyana kya malaya, tosobola tuwangula. Ekyo tebakulimba. Brothers and sisters, in 1985, December 18th, Museveni stated that the rights of the people are sovereign, and the people are the sovereign power in the land. Anyone who does not recognize that is ought not to be allowed anywhere near leadership. Therefore, Salimu Saleh, who has failed to recognize the sovereignty of the people, which they expressed through a ballot box. Fellow Ugandans, we must not allow Salimu Saleh anywhere near the presidency of the Republic of Uganda. Before I proceed any further, allow me to recap on a security alert issued yesterday by ASP Asime, credibly in his intelligence. He stated that Mr. Salimu Saleh currently is drafting a list of cabinet ministers. Since that Museveni is 75% dead, Salimu Saleh took over. Teacher Kajubirumbuye informed us almost 6 months ago during the campaign trail, right? So Salimu Saleh is drafting, and ASP Asime explained that Salimu Saleh is drafting and they are willing to appoint Muhoozi Kainerugaba as the vice president. So that takes us back to the revision of the security alert, both from LOBS and Biban Politics. And you can see that whatever they spoke, it is unfolding as they said it before our own eyes. Muhoozi Kainerugaba is coming as the vice president. But information indicated that the current Jessica Alupo rejected it vehemently and said that Salimu Saleh, he has no position to appoint the cabinet ministers because he is not the president, and Jessica Alupo, she is biting a spoon saying that she won't leave. So brothers and sisters, taking you back to the notion of sovereignty as Mr. Museveni stated it on the 18th of December 1985, that the sovereignty, the people are the sovereignty power in the land. So going back to the decision of Ugandans, well informed and a decisive decision was made. That was, that in itself complemented that which Museveni said, is that the people are the sovereign power in the land. So they appointed a just leader, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, a man who is in their age bracket. Not to say that we neglect or we ostracizing our elders. No, we are saying Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, he is pro-people, and the things he has done so far permits him and grants him all the trustworthy from the people to be the presidents, as they did it unequivocally on the 15th of January, year 2026. Right? So brothers and sisters, we are saying that the now proposed bill which is about to be introduced into the parliament, titled as the Civilian Protection Bill. Civilian Protection Bill, meaning that they are concocting or fabricating a semblance of a bill to be signed into law have no doubt it will be signed into law if it is being presented, because we know Museveni decreed, and the people who would have vetoed that to be passed into law were pulled out, and their victory was denied, including the head of the state, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, the legitimately elected president of the Republic of Uganda, year 2026 up to year 31. When Museveni denied the people to be represented in the parliament, he knew exactly that he is looking forward to abolish the presidential election, to take it into the parliament, and to elect or to enforce his son into the presidency of Uganda. Brothers and sisters, the proposed civilian protection bill, they claim that it is seeking to scrutinize and to scrutinize, to intercept, and at some point to confiscate all the fundings to the non-government organization and non-profitable organization which are coming from outside into Uganda. They say that by implementing their proposed draft of a bill, it will curb or stop the interference of foreign national or foreign powers into the elections, particularly of Uganda, into the elections of Uganda, into the local politics of Uganda, and into the... Sorry about that. Brother was saying that this bill is being drafted solely to frustrate the legitimately elected president of Uganda, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, Bobi Wine. Sorry about that, folks. The network was just giving me a hard time. I was saying that bill is being drafted solely to frustrate Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, right? Since that he is in diaspora, engaging with other, other bodies that regulates and they are influential in decision making globally. So the Museveni regime, now this ploy or this concoction of a deal is being championed by Salim Saleh. Remember, he's the one controlling each and everything. The stealing of number plates from the cars, the rampant abduction of young men and women, they are all controlled by Salim Saleh. The stealing of vehicles, these are all controlled by General Salim Saleh. So brothers and sisters, this bill is coming to frustrate Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and it is aiming to target political activists in diaspora, right? And they claim that this bill, if passed into law, it will penalize people like myself who are into political activism. If we are convicted, according to their understanding, we will serve not less than 20 years or to pay 5 billion Uganda shillings, right? Now this, if you dig down in it, if you start to dissect this, brothers and sisters, remember Museveni's agents who serves as ambassadors have been soliciting Ugandans in diaspora to go, that they must renew their nationality in Uganda. And by doing so, you fill the forms, right? So the forms takes your credentials, everything, and whatever you own in Uganda in terms of property or material acquisition, it is listed in your national ID, right? So these people, they have now profiled who is who owns what in Uganda, And now they know exactly that they are going to legislate this bill, targeting to confiscate the properties of the people. Now they are going to start implicating people into insurgents because they want to ban them from entering Uganda again so that they can steal their properties. So you need to go deep into this bill. Why are they targeting people in diaspora? You understand? They are targeting Kyagulanyi Ssentamu to be locked outside of Uganda borders. But Mr. Museveni, we are not concerned. Mr. Salim Saleh, we are not concerned. Kyagulanyi never sought any permission to exit Uganda. He did it as a national, and the people who try to infringe on his rights are not Ugandans by descent. He knows that exactly. So, he seek no permission from nowhere, especially you, Kabano people, in the political institution of the Republic of Uganda. So we are telling you, fellow Ugandans, those who comply and conform to the dictates brought to them in diaspora by Museveni's agents, who serves as ambassadors, you are all doomed. We are telling you, do not expect anything in your favor brought to the table by the regime, a regime that compiles your children into illegal incarceration. Do you expect anything in your favor from such? Brothers and sisters, a regime that allocates 10,000 for a primary school child annually, yet people pay tax on a daily basis, and you consider that a universal primary education? You consider that as an achievement? Is that the type of gain Museveni was urging you to protect? And you conform to that? And you even still organize meetings to meet Museveni agents in diaspora, countries who are fighting so very much to uphold human dignity and the observation of human rights. People of Uganda, all of you who are serving Museveni's interests, remember one thing. People cannot be oppressed forever. No. And when that oppression eventually comes to an end, all the people who have abated criminality, those who have worked diligently in the favor of the oppressor, shall be held accountable. Undoubtedly, when the tribunal of inquest is initiated, all of you people, you will not be exonerated up until you plead your case before the general public. Global citizens, this law is targeting to take the belongings of the people in diaspora in Uganda, whether you've been supporting the leadership of National Unity Platform or not. Mr. Museveni, he is a man who does not discriminate in his policy, whether you have ever voted for him or not. Get to know that the regime is against the people because they are non-Ugandans, and they know that Ugandans are fully awakened and they know their rights, and thus they expressed their rights and that which they desire via a ballot box. We all know, global citizens, is that elections, it is the agreed upon way of transferring leadership from one political organization or ideology to the other. But Museveni seemed not to budge to the will of the people. Brothers and sisters, it is the same Museveni that continue, Salim Saleh currently with Anita Among. They continue confusing the people of the Republic of Uganda. Now they tabled a budget, their new budget, and it surpassed the amount of money the government expects to collect from its citizens, having squeezed them for the past 40 years. Brothers and sisters, allow me to recite that which Joel Senyonyi presented to us when the manifesto of National Unity Platform was unveiled. Priority number 2. Priority number 2, National Unity Platform. Priority number 2. It was presented to us by Joel Senyonyi. I have a copy with me here. My brothers and sisters, listen with discernment. End corruption. Priority number 2, National Unity Platform Manifesto, year 2026 to year 2031. End corruption and wasteful government expenditure. Introduction. Uganda is currently facing a serious breakdown in her physical discipline, marked by unchecked supplementary budgets, excessive borrowing, extravagant spending, and a chronic underfunding of essential social services such as health, education, and water and sanitation. These practices undermine the credibility of the national budget, weaken long-term planning, and create dangerous physical imbalances that threaten our country's economic stability and social development. Situation analysis. Joel Senyonyi speaks. Millions of Ugandans are stuck in absolute poverty amidst the wasteful expenditure, growing appetite for corruption, and skyrocketing debt. According to the Uganda National Household Survey 2023-2024, more than 7.3% million Ugandans, nearly 1 in 6 citizens, live below the absolute poverty line, defined as earning less than $1 or 3,663 shillings per day, per person. Put this in perspective. If somehow one is considered to be at 4,000 shillings per day, shillings per day per person, that one is not included in the statistics. Think about this and consider that in real times, 60% plus of the population may in fact be in the real poverty and growing, and growing. I beg your pardon. And consider that in real terms, 60% plus of our population may in fact be in real poverty and growing. Considering the birth rate of Uganda and the factors of disparity, including corruption. Now, 3,663 per person per day means about 100,000 for a full 30 month. Means 100,000 for a full 30-day month. Try to ratio this average for rent, shelter, food, feeding, transportation, commuting, medical healthcare, and education, including skilling. No wonder millions of our youth have moved to Middle East to find a way out. Wasteful government expenditure. The wastefulness begins with the office of the president and his residence. General Museveni and his family continues to enjoy presidential privileges since he ascended to power 40 years ago, after leading a coup against Uganda's former ruler. It is only in Uganda where Museveni has more cars than ambulances attached to public hospitals. General Museveni has over 600 vehicles at his disposal, yet the total number of ambulances in public facilities is about 178. Tell me if Museveni's family is not a liability to the national economy of Uganda. Joel Senyonyi continues. You cannot justify General Museveni in keeping 400 vehicles under his office and 266 vehicles at his residence, State House. That is currently horror and horrific house. Nobody, 71. I beg your pardon. Notably, 71 of these are dedicated solely to Museveni's convoy for domestic travel, rising from grew from 33 in financial year 2019. So brothers and sisters, I won't finish the entire thing, but you can get the picture that the retardation and the wasteful expenditure of the money passed annually, or even after 3 months supplementary budget, it is wasted on one family of a clique of people. So this money is the money which is being used first to buy political opponents who used to be in the opposition and turn their mindset against the people who trusted them into the realm of leadership. Second, this is the same money that Museveni used to come and bribe the people within the United Nations, within the African Union, within the International Criminal Court. Agents, those who seems to block the petitions that have been compiled by Ugandans in demonstrating and protesting against Museveni's presence into the presidency of Uganda. So brothers and sisters, the wasteful expenditure shown here, it shows that up until we raise and take to the street to protest and demand our victory, brothers and sisters, this wasteful expenditure will continue to skyrocket. Today, Yoweri Sanyonyi is in the parliament squeezing Anita Among, telling her that the Museveni side, or Salim Saleh side, proposing that the national budget is growing. He is asking, what is it that makes this growing or skyrocketing of the supplementary budget in a short period of time? What is it that makes it to grow? He is asking, but nobody can answer because everything is being used out of the Constitution. Everything is misused. Mr. Museveni have vulgarized each and everything, meaning that those who propose a dialogue are blinded by materialism. There is no way you can amend, nor can you amend any statute when Museveni, he is still presiding over. When we say Museveni, picture Salim Saleh, Museveni is a half dead. Janet Kaguta Museveni, she is completely dead. You can see the presence of God into our struggle. Brothers and sisters, we always emphasize wholeheartedly that God determines everything, that God is the ultimate security to any given circumstance and condition. Brothers and sisters, do not be afraid of Mr. Salim Saleh's money, to use people to poison you, to use people to shoot you with bullets, to use people to knock you with vehicles. No, do not worry about that, because Museveni has got all the money. He even ordered doctors to get anybody to change his testicles and put in new ones. But the doctors told them that is impossible. The people of Uganda, we must reject and hate Mr. Museveni's government. Not the government, Mr. Museveni's regime. Brothers and sisters, ASP Asime indicated that apparently the campaign of donating blood, it does not serve the people as we are made to believe. Information indicates that the lucrative that was being facilitated by the advert being run by the British Premier League and the Rwanda government, that advert Visit Rwanda, it has a lot to do with the exportation of human organs and blood, plus the yield of blood diamond and gold, cobalt, all those mineral resources extracted from Congo and Uganda respectively. The hub was Visit Rwanda. So people who were interested in exporting blood, human kidneys, human testicles, human heart, everything. It was being harvested and kept in Rwanda. So the Visit Rwanda program was attracting all of those people who are looking for servicing of human bodies. Mr. Kagame and Mr. Museveni, Salimu Saleh and Muhoozi Kainerugaba, those are the agents. No wonder they continue to kill Congolese and they confiscate the body. They take them into their laboratories and extract internal organs. Brothers and sisters, this is real. This is real. This is real. Brother, whenever you see me and the words that comes forth out of my mouth, I have no intention to malign Museveni. Nor will I ever intend to stain the image of his already darkened-hearted offsprings. No. What we are saying, it is out of our heart. It is this resentment seated in the consciousness of our being. We tell you that currently, Mr. Museveni, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, Salimu Saleh, and Mr. Kagame Paulo of Rwanda, they are planning to abduct the president of Burundi and bring him into Uganda, into what is termed as a fridge. Global citizens, you will remember when the Kenyan activists who were abducted in Uganda, they narrated the ordeal encountered there in the so-called fridge. So that is the location where they plan to bring the president of Burundi. They say that they are determined to install the remaining leader of M23 as the president of Burundi. Fellow Burundians, this is what Museveni is planning. We know who Museveni and Kagame are. And we know what they are planning for us as East Africans, people who are not to see. Mind you, global citizens. This is what they are planning. Muhoozi Kainerugaba, General Salimu Saleh, Kahindo Tafire, a man who is responsible for the internal affairs of Uganda, does not give us the number of people exported by their agents who deliberately lie these graduates, that they are taking them to opportunities in Russia particularly, only to end up into the battlefield in Ukraine. Mr. General Kahindo Tafire, a man who comes out and say that he is criticizing a government he himself formed and founded, a man who never liked the restoration of Buganda Kingdom. This is the man who came out and say Buganda must be so reluctant. Why did you allow a man to take that which you fought for? Referring to Kaira when they had assassinated him, Kahindo Tafire, you, Mr. Kagame, Jim Muhoozi, who was that guy? This guy, former IGP, Kale Kihura. It is you who completed the assassination of Dr. Andrew Rutankome Kaira in 1987. Mr. Museveni, Kahindo Tafire, you said that the people of Uganda, they discriminate work, right? And that the expanding of foreign nationals in occupying work has a lot to do with the reluctance by Ugandans to choose what to do and not what to do, right? Mr. Salimu Saleh, I found it so cynical for such a statement to come out of your mouth. General Salimu Saleh, you're trying to portray Ugandans as people who are weak. General Kahindo Tafire, you trying to portray or depict Ugandans as lazy people? Tell us, what did you do in the money you extracted from privatization? How many companies did you sell? What was the purpose of that national economy? Wasn't it to alleviate the burden of unemployment? What is the cause of Ugandans to go out of their borders? Isn't it the unemployment in the country? So your presence as National Rwandese movement into the political institution of Uganda, has it increased? Has it helped to advance the lives of Ugandans? No, it has not. What you have achieved was to confiscate the entire national economy. I saw you celebrating the graduation of your son, completed his studies in Glasgow, Scotland, right? Cutters of Uganda's taxpayers' money. Mr. Kayindo Tafire, we will ask, how did you acquire the things you have compared to the salary you've been receiving? But don't forget, you're going to be asked as to the reason why you fought the government at that time. Because we know you came with a group of people who are not trusted in Uganda. We want to know, who is your great-great-grandfather? Kayindo Tafire. Those things are coming. They sound jokingly to you according to, because they are from me. But they are coming. Kayinda. So they are coming. Ugandans, we are not lazy. What you see, you incentivize the so-called foreigners that they are so hardworking. You use Uganda taxpayers' money to register the properties you confiscated, previously owned by the government, and you register them in the names of foreigners, right? That is how you incentivize, and you claim that foreigners have got money to surpass the natives. We are not weak people, Kayinda. We are entrepreneurial. The persecution of the people you consider to be informal sector, yet they pay tax. It is a government policy to chase the people out of urbanized area because you are fearful that what you are planning, a coup d'etat, may not go well if the cities are congested as they always be. That is why you are chasing Ugandans out of their markets. You are confiscating, you are grabbing their land as you please. You are creating new fiefdoms by means of Charles Peter Maiga, by means of Muvawala, by means of the Katikiro in Bunyolo, by means of the Katikiros in all traditional or cultural institutions. We are telling you, these things are so painful. We don't sleep, Mr. Kayindo Tafire. You don't only sleep because you see that the law of consequence is closing in on your wicked family. That is the only reason why you don't sleep. But the reason why we don't sleep, it is because of your policy. The policy that seeks to murder the whole of us. The policy that seeks to elevate foreigners as opposed to the nationals in Uganda. Mr. Kayindo Tafire, you are the Minister of Internal Affairs. Ugandans are being massacred. The military UPDF are being dropped into ambush in Somalia. Mr. Kayindo Tafire, you must be answerable. How many Ugandans were ambushed from Kisangani 1 up to Kisangani 4 to death? Kayindo Tafire, we know the Kanungu massacre. It was the nationals of Uganda whom you took to Congo and ambushed them, and they were killed by the Rwanda People's Defense Force. That was 1999 up to 2003. The Chibwetere saga. The Chibwetere saga, more than 10,000 Ugandans were massacred and incinerated into church. Mr. Kayindo Tafire, you were a part of the mission that incinerated Ugandans in train wagons in Mukula, Iteso land. Mr. Kayindo Tafire, Mr. Kaindo Tafire, you are a part of the mission Iron Fist that claimed countless lives of Acholis and Langis, respectively, Rugutbalas and Kalamajongs, respectively. Mr. Kaindo Tafire, you are the Minister of Internal Affairs. Tell us the amount of mineral being exported from Uganda's natural resources annually. We never seen any statistics. Yet, Wagagai Company is extracting gold unmeasured from Busia mines. Right? We received the information why Wagagai received that contract. Because Museveni was fearful of the election period. And he wanted that Mr. Khamenei must confront Israel such that he can steal the election without the international observation. It did not work. It did not work. Mr. Kaindo Tafire, we want to know the amount of blood ever collected, metric tons of liters of blood ever collected for the past 40 years, ever since you captured power, and compared to those which were to the amount of blood ever infused into Ugandans. So we want to compare to see the blood bank, whether it still has all the blood or blood is being exported through Rwanda, as the information indicates. The kidneys of the people, they talk of national sovereignty, the sovereignty protection bill. Brothers and sisters, they talk of sovereignty, that they want to curb the foreign national interference into the elections of Uganda, right? As we speak, Mr. Museveni's son-in-law, Audrey Lwabogo, was in the United States soliciting that Uganda must be relisted into the AGOA program, right? So if you are claiming that you want to legislate a bill barring all foreign nationals into the interfering of Uganda, then why are you soliciting their fundings? Show us how independent you are, if you are at all independent as a murderous regime. You are not independent. You subsist only on foreign fundings. You make us look as destitute people because of your ineptness. You cannot lay strategies to keep the economy afloat. Yet you find the national budget doing well. You find medicine in the hospital. You find schools functioning. Children eating food at the school, courtesy of the government. Courtesy of the government. Courtesy of the government. Children are drinking milk, courtesy of the government. Mr. Museveni, you abolished all those privileges. You abolished all those privileges, Mr. Museveni. Yet they raised you, you filthy creature. Salim Saleh, do you think we can give you peace? Or you think you have what it takes to intimidate our liberated mind? No, you don't. No, you don't. You are only lucky we have not laid our hands on a weapon. Oh, Salim Saleh, remember you have no monopoly on them. You have no monopoly on them. We can switch in different modes. We have been talking. This is a mode accepted by the civilized societies, right? But the things you bring into our society, they are jungle methods. They cannot be applied to settle human conflicts created by you because of your lustiness to power. You don't want to let go. People have ostracized you like demons via a ballot box, but you refuse to budge. What do you want us to do? That is the last resort, is to take to arms and battle you out. Those who will make it through the battle, it will be the grace of our Heavenly Father, and it will be His will. Those who will not make it, their souls will be contented, because it is a nationalistic cause of which everybody must indulge by means of a natural obligation. Salimu Saleh, We are a awakened generation. We are very, very, very much awakened. Salimu Saleh, you cannot even dare to try to get anywhere near leadership because you cannot understand is that the people are the sovereign power in the land. Thus, they bestowed the responsibility of leadership on the shoulders of Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Having heeded the internal calling of God, showing them the righteous person to deliver them from the madness of these foreigners. May you, God, hear our words and continue strengthening us, dear Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. We hold you so dearly. Dear Joel Ssenyonyi, we hold you so dearly. Oh, David Lewis Rubongoya Saba Wandisi, Owekitiibwa Homie, we hold you so dearly. But what perturbs my mind the most, oh, leadership Joel Ssenyonyi, when you address filthy, demonic Anita Among as your right honorable speaker. That things pains me, Joel. That thing pains me. It pains me. That woman, did you see what she did when she went on the burial of Olanya's father? Joel Ssenyonyi, do you listen to ASP Asime? Did you hear what Anita Among did? To take dead bones of a human being, the teeth of animals, all sorts of witchcraft morbid shit. She took them in the middle of the tombstone of Jokbo Olanya and his father. Both of these individuals were claimed by Museveni by means of Anita Among. That is why I started by saying Anita Among, Salimu Saleh, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. The spirit was never born. And the spirit shall live forever. There wasn't a time. There was never a time it was not. Birthless and deathless, the spirit will remain forever. Death has not touched it. Though dead though it seems its body, nay, but as one layeth out a worn-out robe, taking another, says, this shall I wear today. So takes the spirit lightly its garment of flesh and passes on to inherit the residence afresh. Museveni, you all witnessed. Anita Among, you witnessed when the flag slided off the coffin of Cyprian Kizito Lwanga because Museveni killed him. You saw how the wind blew the tent in which you were seated because you poisoned. Anita Among, you poisoned Jacob Olanya with the notes of Nobert Mao and Owini Dolo, the former Chief Justice of Uganda. Those are Langis. Those are Cholis. We are Gandhis. They are Sogis. We are Nyolis. We are Tolis. Our spiritual natural power cannot be subdued by a man whose background is not traced. A man like Museveni, like Salimu Saleh, like Muhoozi, you think they can subdue? Like Charles Peter Maiga, you think they can subdue the will of God? I doubt that. Catholic Church, we want to know who ordered the Uganda matters to be incinerated, because Ssekabaka Mwanga alina abajulizi ba Uganda bakuba Museveni emoko. SP Asime yatumatiza Kaloli Lwanga yakwata Kambalage Nyerere Julius kitaawe wa Museveni era alimulira mugamba ninda mutabani wo mutubulire lwaki mussa abantu bange. Kakati twagala kumanya ani yayokya abajulizi. Sifa Apollo Kagwa Mwanga teyayokya abajulizi. Mwanga teyayokya abajulizi. Singa Mwanga yaliyokya abajulizi teyandibadde nga akuba Museveni emboko mu ICU gyali. Kakati Catholic Church, we need to write history correctly.